welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a completely different video to normal. How can I say we're doing a completely different video to normal when I don't actually have like a reoccurring theme in my channel? So we're just doing another video, guys. Today's video is me talking about my application, audition, interview experience that I had with Benefit Cosmetics. Please do not forget to show your love and give this video a big thumbs up, and also do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's just get in. It's really irritating me that you can see my light switch in this frame and you can't see anything else. It would be much better if this was not here. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, which is, this is pretty much a story time video. So I was on the Job Today app. This is not like sponsored, this is not an ad or anything. I was literally just on the Job Today app, and Benefit Cosmetics in my local, what's the word, shopping centre was a position was available, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be like so cool if I got a job at Benefit? Like, never gonna happen. Honestly, hand on heart, was like, that is never gonna happen to me. But on the Job Today app, I don't know if you've used it before, but you literally, it's like Tinder, you swipe right or left, and if you swipe right, like, it sends your CV or you apply, or goes into a pile where you click that you apply or something like that. I can't even remember. And yeah, so I decided, you know what, I've got nothing to lose, I'm just gonna do it. Bear in mind, in the back of my head, I was like, there is 100% no way I'm even going to get asked for an interview. As soon as they've seen my CV, they're going to be like, this girl has got no makeup qualifications, she has got no experience with clients, nothing like that. So I was just like, oh, let's just say. So that was like about 2 or 3 months ago, and then two and a bit weeks passed, I'd say maybe 3. I was sailing. I don't know if you guys have me on Instagram, you'll see when I went sailing around Portsmouth and went down around the south coast. I went sailing, and while I was away I kept getting these random calls, but from like numbers I didn't recognise, and obviously I was like out and about, I was busy. There was times where I'd have reception, times where I wouldn't, like when we were at harbour on deck or whatever. And so I would just ignore the calls. It literally got to a situation where it was the last day, we were doing our awards for the kids, because I was sailing with the children that I had been teaching, and literally got to the awards with the kids. They were reading their speech that they'd written on my phone, and the number kept calling, like in front of all these people, and I was like, fuck's sake. I don't know why, thinking about it now, why didn't I just put my phone on airplane mode? I don't know why I didn't think of that. So I just picked up the phone and I was like, hi, this is Rosie, I'm really sorry I can't speak right now, I'll talk to you later. Closed it. So that looks so unprofessional. So I was like, I don't know who it is, they're probably trying to sell me something, or something irrelevant, or it's like some agency looking like trying to hire me for work or something, because I was applying for a lot of jobs at that time as well. So yeah, turns out that phone call was actually from a lovely girl at Benefit Cosmetics in their offices, asking me if I was still interested in the position. So I realised this when I got home the next day, listened to my voicemail from that person, or from that number, other voicemails I had, and they said like, hi, this is from Benefit, I'm just calling about the position that you applied for, just want to know if you're still interested, and if so, let's pursue this kind of thing. And I was just like, oh shit, I've made myself look so bad in front of like this company. There's no way, even if I call them back, that they're gonna hire me, because I've been like, hi, this is Rosie Bean, gotta go, bye, and they're just literally gonna be like, who does this girl think she is? And I was like really nervous, thinking, why did I do that? And I was kicking myself in the head, like feet. I was just like, oh, what? Oh, so frustrated. I was like, I've ruined this opportunity for me. I was like, I doubt I would have even got it in the first place, but I've made my chances lower, made it worse. And honestly, I was beating myself up about it, and I was like, do you know what, forget it, I'm just gonna called her, and I said, hi, like I went to voicemail and I said, hi, I'm just returning your call, really sorry that I couldn't speak recently, I've been away, please give me a call back when you're available. And I said all this, and then within like 10 minutes she rang me. She was like, hi Rosie, it's so nice to finally hear from you. And I was just like, you're probably lying, because you're probably like, okay bitch, go away. And I was like, so apologetic, I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, that was so unprofessional of me, and I explained the situation, like the girls are reading their little speech off my phone, and I was like, I should have just put it on airplane mode, I wasn't thinking at the time. I was like, I'm really sorry if I came across quite rude. She's like, no, not at all. She was like, honestly, it's fine, we're trying to get in contact with you because we really like your CV. And she honestly made me feel like so good, because she was literally disregarding the fact that I was apologising for feeling like, in a way, behaving so unprofessional, and she was just like, we actually really like you, so I don't care. And to me, I was just like, ah. So in that same phone call, she actually said, have you got about 5-10 minutes? I'd love to just do a phone interview with you. And I was like, in my head I was like, damn, like, I literally haven't prepared anything. I haven't looked on the website, I haven't like refreshed my memory with all the products, but as you guys know, I literally use most of my makeup as Benefit Cosmetic products anyway. But I was literally like, oh, so on edge, like, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, yeah, of course. I was like, I've got a few minutes. And so yeah, we spoke on the phone for about 5-10 minutes, and in the questions that she asked me in the phone interview was just your normal stuff, like what customer service experience have you got. Some of the questions that stuck out for me were like, what is a bad experience that you've experienced with customers? Have you ever had to be a team leader? And if so, like, explain your experience and things like that, those long question answers. And it was really good. I felt really comfortable speaking to her on the phone. And then she asked me, if you had to be a Benefit product, which product would you be? And I was just like, frozen, and I was like, what am I? But I wasn't saying that out loud. I was like, straight away, I was like, I would be Brow Wiz. Brow Wiz. I'd be Brow Wiz. You mean an Anastasia Beverly Hills product? I would be Brow Wiz. Luckily, she was just like, oh, you mean the Goof Proof? And I was like, yeah, like, precisely. I meant precisely, as in precisely what you're on about, not even realising at the time that the other product is called Precisely. Precisely. That is one of the brow pencils. And she was like, oh, Precisely. She was like, Goof Proof, Precisely, Cabral. We were talking about all the brow products. And I was literally like, I've blagged my way through this somehow, and I do not know. And we carried on talking. She asked me why I felt like I would be Precisely, and I said it's because I'm very passionate about eyebrows. I'm a strong believer that, you know, you make brow contact before you make eye contact. And then I whipped out the line, brows are not twins, they are sisters. And I was like, I have a sister, we relate. And I literally just chatted absolute rubbish. But to be fair, it is things that I do actually believe in. I do sometimes make brow contact before I make eye contact. Like, I think everyone does. Like, brows are such a trend at the moment. They're such a hot topic. There's something that all girls work really hard to have, is a good pair of brows. And I feel like it is something that I believe, and then I just completely, in a way, sugar-coated what I believed and somehow made it sound really good. And I still don't know how that happened, but yeah, anyway, the girl on the phone, she said, I just want to let you know, congratulations, you've passed this stage of the interview process. I feel really happy about moving you on and passing you on to the regional manager, and all these like really, really sweet things. And I was just like, everything was just all happening at once. I was just in such shock. So come along that Friday at lunchtime, I went to the interview, and it was about 20 minutes long. It was such a short interview. Like, honestly, it flew by so quickly. I met the regional manager. She was so lovely, and when I spoke to her, she asked me quite a lot of questions, quite similar to the ones that I had on the phone interview, like talking about my customer service experience, talking about my makeup experience and things like that. In the interview, she said to me, now, I don't know if you know this or not, but Benefit Cosmetics is not like MAC, it's not like Urban Decay or NARS, but she might not have actually named them. She definitely said it's not like the other brands. I don't know if she named them though. And she said, we're a company that hire people based on their customer service skills, not based on their makeup skills. We don't hire makeup artists. If you're a makeup artist, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be hired by us, but we don't look for makeup artists. And in the back of my head, I was like, oh, I might actually have a chance here. We got along really, really well, which was good. And I was trying to make her laugh and trying to like throw jokes out there when I could, just so I came across like I could speak to people that I'd just met and things like that. And she was just saying, like, you've got really excellent customer service skills, you know. At the end of the interview, she said, congratulations, you've passed this interview, and I'd love to bring you in for an audition. And I was like, oh my god. So before the interview, I'd looked up kind of like tips and tricks about the interview, things that like the right things to say, the right things to do. One of the tips was that if I end up doing the audition immediately after the interview, which is what some people end up doing, to make sure that in my mind I have got customer service and cleanliness. So that means when you've used products, when you're trying to get customers involved and things like that, you are keeping the kiosk, like the counter, really, really clean. You're always putting things away. You're getting the new spoolies out, the new brushes, everything that you need. You're washing them in front of customers. This apparently, well, obviously, is so important. That is something that they look out for someone doing that naturally. Like, they mention it to you, but they don't kind of enforce how important it is. So knowing that tip in my head, I was like, yeah, like I am ready for this. So the interview ended, and let me just actually run by a couple questions that I did get asked. Like I said about customer service experience, they ask all of your employment history in the last like 3 to 5 years. So what I'd recommend doing is bringing a copy of your CV with you. What they also did was ask me about situations where I've had to dealt with someone that's very uncomfortable, like in an uncomfortable matter basically, where customers maybe made me feel uncomfortable, or a customer is quite sensitive, a customer's, I don't know, quite anxious or quite uncomfortable themselves as a person, and how I approach them. So watch out for those kind of questions and kind of make sure you've mentally prepared how you could answer those. But anyway, past the interview, came to the audition, which was about a week later. I had to take the afternoon off that job to go for this interview. But at the time, this other job, not the benefit one, was supposed to be a couple weeks. It was only a temporary one around uni times. And at the time, I honestly thought I was only going to be there another couple weeks. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. I'm still going to go for the interview and the audition. So I took the afternoon off work to go to the audition. The audition is 2 hours long, and it was placed at the busiest counter in that region. So it's in the town that I live, and then there's 3 benefit counters in the shopping centre, one in Debenhams, House of Fraser, and one in Boots. Boots is the busiest. I guess that's where you make the most money. Debenhams is the quietest, and this position was actually for Debenhams, and House of Fraser is the middle range. So it was in Boots, and I guess that is because it gives us a chance to really put ourselves out there in a busy situation. So the audition was really, really good. How it started was there was myself and there was 2 other girls that were applying for the position, and then there was the actual girls that were working on the counter, the benefit employees, the better babes. The regional manager then came to introduce us to everyone. She kind of ran through all the products around the counter very quickly, did a very brief like overview of them, asked us questions like when we were looking at the professional, she's like, who's used this, give me some facts about it, give me some facts about the brow products, about Hoola, and then like all these different things. Make sure you do brush up your knowledge on their products if you're going for an audition or interview, because they will test you. Luckily there was a couple products that I use like religiously, so I could give answers on those. In the audition, what I literally had to do was get customers from around Boots to come to the counter, sit them down. The phrase bums on seats is what they like. They want to see bums on seats, as many as possible. They want to see you being clean, and they want to see you trying to sell. And so that's what I did, and it was really nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. When I was there, I was like, God, like these other girls, one of them was a makeup artist and her makeup was phenomenal, and my lashes on the day actually were coming off, and I was like, I look like a hot mess. The other girl had really nice customer service, but in the way that she would only speak to customers that she knew that were going to buy. She wasn't just speaking to everyone. So in my head I was like, that could be taken quite well, or that could be taken really badly. So in saying that, I was walking around like in my head like, there is no way I am getting this job. Like, the girl was a makeup artist, the other one, oh, that was the other thing, the one that was only speaking to customers that she thought were going to buy, she worked from Benefit in Greece. So she's from Greece and she's just moved over. She's got excellent English, but she worked for Benefit before. I was like, no way. I was like, I'm third running for sure, in third place. There's no way I'm going to beat these girls. And little did I know that a week later I got a phone call from the regional manager, and she said, Rosie, we were so impressed with you. And I was thinking, there's a but coming here. And then she said, I would love to introduce you to the rest of the team because we'd love to have you on board. I was like,
oh my God.
As if I just got a job with Benefit Cosmetics. But in saying that, guys, a couple of days before that, I got offered a permanent position at the job that I was working at, and they also spoke to me verbally about a post-grad position, because obviously I can't work there while I'm at uni, but they asked me to come back after uni, and that is actually going to take me much further in my career than working for benefit will. And so I'm really sad, but I had to decline the offer. But honestly, I was not expecting to be offered it in the first place. I'm so grateful that I actually went for the opportunity. This is such a good example of saying yes, just doing things, you know, NCS say yes, just say yes, just go for it, because you never know. I, hand on heart, was like, there is no way I am ever going to get this job. And then I got it, and I genuinely thought I wouldn't. So it goes to show, really, if there's something you're like, nah, I'm never going to get it, but you would like it, just do it, because you never know. And yeah, I didn't take the position. It wasn't as good pay as the place I'm at now, and like I said, I've got much more opportunities for future career progression at this other place, but working for benefit would have been amazing. It sounded amazing, like from going into the stores and stuff. The teams are, they're always lovely. Like, oh, at the end of, like, I kind of wish I took it, but at the same time I'm like, I'm in a better place, I'm in a better position at the other place, and in the future I'll look back and be grateful that I did stick to like the sensible option in a way. So in saying that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It is honestly, like, I'm still kind of shocked in a way, getting the job and going for it, and her saying, yeah, like, we want you. Such a confidence boost. And I know some of you are like,
calm down, Rosie, you do not need a confidence boost.
There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions for me to go into much more detail about any bits about the interview or audition process, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be sure, like, to answer those and give you the best responses that I can, the best of my memory. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up, and please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!